Welcome back. We have such an exciting guest today. We're actually on a Zoom call. Helena, introduce our guest.
All right, so it's been highly anticipated, this podcast episode. I feel like we've been back and forth constantly, like, yeah, girl, we'll get it happening, but we
Today's
are
the day.
in different time zones,
Mhm.
and it is probably now 4 minutes past 1 a.m. in the UK, and we have got G from BROWENVY.
Yay.
Welcome on, G.
Hey.
Hiya.
How many coffees have you had?
5.
Because
Very
for
strong
us,
ones
it's
as
like,
well.
yeah. For us, it's 10 a.m. and for you, it's 1 a.m. So we probably could have done this a little bit better, but we appreciate you for just joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on. You are actually our first international guest speaker.
Mhm.
I feel flattered.
I love your
girls.
voice too.
Yeah.
I know I say that every time we exchange voice notes over Instagram, and I literally say constantly, I love your voice. Like,
It's the
just talk to
accent.
me more, say my name. Like,
Talk dirty to me. I love it. You have to, I want you to really introduce yourself because even Helena and I were like, Georgia, G, Envy Beach, like, what's
Like,
the
what do we
go?
do?
I love it. But, like, what do you like to go by?
Everyone calls me G.
Just G. I love
G.
it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love it.
I
And
don't
so,
really get called Georgia, apart from by like my mum sometimes, but
if you're in trouble. Yeah, Georgia. Okay, G. Okay, amazing. How old are you, G?
25.
Ah, lovely. We're all
Nice.
like in the
We're all
same
in there. You're the
age group.
baby.
I'm the baby
but
here.
It's fine.
I'm the bubba.
How old are both of you then?
I'm 23.
And I'm 24. I'll be 25 end of the year.
24 at the end of the year.
I'm
When are you
26
born?
next month.
What's your birth month? Oh, amazing.
Exciting.
Amazing. Oh, well, awesome. I fucking love that. Whereabouts in the UK are you from?
So I'm from a little town called Kettering, and that's in Northamptonshire. It's like, I think like an hour away from London.
Wow.
Lovely. And did you grow up in that area?
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's literally a little town where I'm from, so I would say there's not many of us, but then there kind of is.
It's like okay, so you've been there forever? Like, you've lived there, Ketchin, was it?
Okay, so I usually say Kettering, but that's just my
Yeah.
accent. It's Kettering.
Kettering. No, you're saying
No, I'm saying, I'm
ring,
like, sound like
a
Karina.
bogan. Yeah.
I had a little stalk on your Insta page and I saw that and I put it into Google Maps and I was like, okay, whereabouts are you from? London. I did that. And then my partner's from Yorkshire, from
Oh yeah.
Huddersfield. Yeah. So I was like, well, how far away is she from Huddersfield? And that's how I worked it out. I was like, okay, I'm learning geography.
Literally, Shane and I could say, because I'm not kidding when we say we are going to come over to the UK.
We will
and
be
meet
seeing you soon.
Like, we will be there. We are going to come over to the UK. And I said to Shay, I was like, you guys, we can just go.
Come together.
We're going to come together. We're just going to hang out. We've literally said we will like pay brow artists over in the UK to let us sit there
We just want to
and
watch.
just watch. Like,
I feel like it is weird because I feel like we still do the same things, but we do things really differently.
So
Like your
differently, I love
finishes
it.
and your touches on your brows are very different, and I feel like it'd be so good to like watch each other.
100%.
100%.
One
When
of
we
our
are there.
questions was like, what do you, when you're looking at, say us in Australia, like you guys over there, what's one of the biggest things that you're like, they do that so differently? Is there one thing that comes to mind?
I'd probably say your concealer is probably a lot more like
heavier.
like more prominent. So you've got more of a baseline, like
Okay.
a proper cut. And I do love that, but I just can't blend it out for the life of me.
Yeah, fair.
Gotcha.
I need to learn how you girls blend these lines because just not a
Well, I use
blender.
a content, but I feel like we've had this conversation
Mhm.
because I know you hate.
I try and blend out as much as
Yeah.
possible.
So like, I used to do a fair bit. Like I used to do the liquid concealer like 2 years ago when I first kind of was getting into carving. And then I like backed down to more of like a cream concealer. And then I feel like it comes down to the brush that you use as well. So then I feel like over time I just feel like less is more when it comes to concealer. But I love that that's like a thing that a UK artist noticed about
Yeah.
Australian artists. That's really interesting.
I feel like something when I'm looking at our Instagram pictures, and it might even just be how someone edits, but in the UK, I get like this really like warmth, like real like dimmed lighting vibes, and I freaking love it. But then I was thinking, is it just because you don't have like sun beaming through? And I was like, okay,
Is it your
is it just
weather
the
over
grey
there?
sky? But that's one of the things I noticed so much. Like our photos are so like bright and there's like sun beaming through, and then you guys have this really like dark, sultry sort of feel to your photos, which I love. I was like,
Yeah,
maybe that's just
yeah.
coming from their weather. Who knows?
It probably is, to be fair. Yeah, it probably is.
What's the weather for
And
you
to be
guys right
honest
now?
as well, that's another thing. Like your lighting and stuff that you get, we're really behind on it. So all these nice lights that you've got to use for your work,
Oh,
I
you don't
can't
have
get hold of.
access.
And
Really?
I'm using the Glam Core, and it's nice, but it's not giving the light that you guys have. That's why our photos are like that, because yeah, it's probably to do with the weather as well and the
Oh,
no sunshine. But yeah, that's probably it. The lighting, it's really, really hard.
yeah,
That would make
interesting.
sense, yeah.
Do you feel like being in the UK, you don't have access to a lot of things us Australians do, like in the brow world?
No, honestly, this is one of the things that I was gonna say. Like, you guys literally have everything first. It's like you start the trend and then
Really?
we get on it after. Like all
I
the
feel like we're
I was
behind.
gonna say, I feel
bronzers,
like
the
we copy
hybrid
you
tint.
guys.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that so funny? We were like, oh,
Yeah, because I feel
you
like
guys started.
I feel like Bella Beauty has broken a big barrier in the industry with
100%.
you guys being able to have access to things, I feel. But like, I feel like when it comes to trends and stuff, I feel like we're always sending each other stuff from overseas, being like, look at this, like, look how they've done this. Like, that's insane.
Well, that's what I'm so like the in. I don't know how you say it. Is it inlay?
Oh my god, we were literally having this
I say
conversation.
in Lee.
Yeah, I just copy what Shay says in. Oh, I said in Lenny the other day.
You were going in between Elon.
The
I
new
don't
one.
know. Who knows?
That's another one I've never heard of that inlay inlay with inlay. The Elam one. I've never heard of any of them, and then I've seen you
Really?
guys use them, and I'm like,
Oh, so
I
maybe you
need to
guys
try
are a bit
that.
behind
I
because
need to
I've
try
seen them
it.
for
Yeah, I
probably
was
like
gonna say
2 or
I've
3 years
seen
now.
the Elan for a while.
I felt like we
yeah.
were so behind on them.
Yeah.
But crazy that you haven't seen them.
Yeah, and then obviously I'm using it, and then people are messaging me like,
Where
"Oh
do we
my
get it
god, I
from?
need to try this," and I'm like, Bella in Australia. That's where I got it from because nobody sells it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Huh.
That is cool.
We need
It's
to
the
look something like
same
that.
with
Maybe
We'll
we're
bring a goodie box.
the inlay brown lamination. I was going to order it from them, and they can't sell it to
Guys out of
me in the
Australia.
UK. But luckily, she did say to me, she was like, "You can get it from this place," and she
Oh,
actually
they
sent me a UK
supplier.
supplier, and I ordered it from there. But I wouldn't have known. I didn't know that it was in the
Ah.
UK.
There you go.
Ah.
That's
So yeah,
interesting.
thank you for that one.
No worries.
Thanks, Bella.
We do what we can.
Love that. And so, how did you even get started into the brow industry? Like,
yeah, give us a rundown.
start us from the beginning.
Okay, so I went on a brow course in 2014. I think I'm trying to work out my maths, especially at 1 o'clock in the morning as well. I mean,
Take your time. Take your time.
1:15.
I must have been like 16, 17.
Okay.
And I went on my first brow course, and I started doing like friends and family, and then I worked on my mum's living room sofa. I started off doing that for around, I think it was probably about a year. I was doing that, just like getting people coming in the living room. Bless my mum. Thank you for letting me do that, taking over her
Yeah, shout
space.
out to Mom.
Yeah, so I did that. And then I went and worked in, like when you just rent a space somewhere. So I did that. Didn't really work well for me because I'm sort of like, I'm quite a big character, and I think I didn't get on very well there. So I kind of went back home, and then I just decided to open something up of my own, and yeah,
Oh, so you
moved.
have your own
We had some
salon.
questions, yeah. Did you
Yeah,
start the salon and are people renting from you?
yeah.
Because we were like,
Oh,
how is this all matching up? What was the go there? Because
yeah.
is it,
Yeah, so I opened the first salon. I'm trying to think when I opened that. Must have been about 5 years ago. And then when COVID first hit, I was being a little bit nosy, and I went across the road and I was like, "Can I have a look at this building, please?" And I went in there, and as soon as I seen it, I was like, "Oh my god, I literally love it. I need to have it. I want it." So I went in there and spoke to the landlord, and he was like, "Yep, have it." So I don't know why I did it. It was a crazy moment, but I thought at the same time I'm going to be able to get it all ready, kit it
Yeah.
out,
good
and
time?
then yeah, obviously COVID lasted a lot longer than everyone expected, but
Yeah.
I just made it work. I thought it's one of them things. If you want something that much, you'll get it. So I
Yeah.
thought let's go
Absolutely.
with it,
Absolutely. And so how many
and
people
it's
are renting?
definitely the best decision.
Ah, I love that. How many people are renting from you?
So there is, I think there's, I think there's nine of us in total.
Wow.
We've got everything in there. So you've got your lashes, your brows, your makeup, your hair, skin, aesthetics, everything, nails.
So at the
It's
and they're
great.
all because I've seen, so you're obviously brow envy, and I've seen like
hmm
face envy. And are
Yeah, so Face
they
of Envy is so that's the salon name, and that's like the umbrella for
okay?
Gotcha.
everyone. So everyone's self-employed there. They all have their own names. So they'll just be like based at Face of Envy.
Okay, that makes so much sense. So then, did your
Mm.
business name come from that, or did you already have brow envy?
No, I had Brow Envy. I literally had that when I first started. Like that's always been my name.
I love
I
that.
feel like I see it, like it's a great
I
name
love
and
your name.
but I've seen others come out with names similar. Have you ever found that people have straight up copied?
Yeah, so when I first started, there was somebody that she basically just took everything, and me being me, I was like, no, 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 no.
No, no,
So
no, no.
approached her, spoke to her, and yeah, she was just like, well, I had this name first, and she didn't. One thing led to another. She's literally down the road from me, and I just thought, "Do you know what? There is only one Brow Envy, babe, and that is me. So you do your
Get him,
thing."
sister. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
What can I say?
Have you trademarked your name?
No, it's really difficult because like when you trademark, you can't use the name if someone's trademarked it, which someone has, but I don't think they're in business anymore. But because it's been trademarked, I can't get it. But then at the same
Oh,
time, I believe if you're trademarked, somebody can still use it. I can't really remember because I did it for the salon, and I said so they can't use this name, and there was some sort of clause in there that they'd be able to use it for certain reasons for whatever. And yeah, I just thought I can't. It's just stressful.
it is
Oh, I
stressful.
feel ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
It's so stressful, and I got so upset when I've seen like obviously other people using like brow envy and stuff like that. But I just got to the point now where I think I'm I'm known for who I am, so I don't really
Absolutely.
feel like I have to put a trademark on that name obviously at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, but if it is free in the future, I might consider it. Yeah.
You brought it up.
Absolutely.
Copycats are really frustrating and it's hard to not let it
Mm,
really get to the, the emotion side and
I
take it to heart.
literally sent Shay a
Mhm.
thing the other day, and like, obviously, our podcast name is our two businesses' names put together. The amount of
mhm.
Instagram accounts I've seen that are brow artists that have this name
Mhm.
as their business name just blows my mind. So, and like we're registered, it's a registered business name and everything, like ours is. So, but yeah, I just think it's funny, and like I see heaps with like the word bare, like face and barefaced and stuff now. So I see naked all the time too.
Yeah, but that's okay. We just
That's what
gotta
I
move
mean.
forward.
Like you said, like there's only one. Like there's only one brow envy. There's only one barefaced brows. There's only one the naked brow. Like you just gotta like suck it up, I guess, in a way. And legally, like we're both trademarked here in Australia, but not. I'm not overseas.
Yeah, it doesn't get us overseas.
Yeah.
I had someone who had the exact same name as me,
And the logo.
actually, and the logo. It was ridiculous, identical. I think in Scotland.
I was gonna say she was
near you.
She was actually
literally
near you.
identical. And I went to my lawyers and I was like, "Hello, I've trademarked," and they said we can extend your trademark to go worldwide, but it was gonna be close to like $8,000 to $10,000. I was like, look, they're not going to get confused. We're in two different countries. That's what I mean. But it's still frustrating.
I literally remember the conversation. It was hectic.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. It is. It's down to even little things, like the little things that you do to try and stand out, and the way that you take your photos, or the way your lighting is in your photos, and how you conceal a brow, or what name you call that brow. That is one that gets
signature,
me.
Yeah. I feel like that brings us into our next question for you is, what is some of your biggest brow icks? Like, give us 2 or 3 of like something that you just can't deal with in the industry.
Okay, so my first one would probably be, I can't stand it when someone does a brow lamination and they brush the hairs upwards like this, and not only that, but then they get the scissors and they go like, oh,
we hate trimmed brows.
They go like this.
We hate trimmed brows.
That just makes me want to be
especially
violently sick.
It actually turns my stomach, because you're like,
disgusting.
They're gonna look fucked
in a few days.
That night.
Okay, so trimming the brows in the lamination, absolutely. What else?
Definitely.
Okay, this is a good one. This really, really annoys me. So, when someone is making out that they've done the most perfect brows and they're posting it all over their Instagram, and I know that they've just used, so they're like, oh, tint stain, and it's not, it's like loads of brow product, brow pomade through the brow, and they're like, oh, look at these brows, this is my tint stain. No, it's not. If you've used a dip brow, put a dip brow in it. Don't sit there and lie to people and say that you've created this beautiful stain, and it's not. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people saying it. That really winds me up.
I would never even think to put dip brow.
I don't even have dip brow in my
literally drawer. It's not even near my drawers. I'm here
Honestly,
for gel.
There's a girl near me, and she's like this master stylist. That's another thing that really annoys me. I'm just a brow artist, a brow stylist. I'm not a master stylist. I'm not anything like this. But she's like, oh, these brows are perfect, blah, blah, blah. And I've had people come to me from her, and she's taken a bit of their eyebrow off, but she's finished it with product so they can't see it. And then they go home and they wash their face, and half their eyebrows gone. I think, why are you doing that? If I made a mistake, I'd hold my hands up and be like, I've had a bad day, and I've took the front of your eyebrow off, and that's just happened. I wouldn't go and start creating hair strokes that don't even look. Just don't. Honestly, it's so bad. It's so bad.
I agree. If you fuck up, you fuck up.
Yeah, just own it.
But you don't go covering it up.
Don't draw it in.
So many people say that. They looked great on the first day. Once the tint washed off from going somewhere else, they're like, where's my eyebrows? And they just concealed it, or they've covered it up.
It's like, okay, so glad I paid the money for that.
Yikes.
I don't really, and another one as well, like, this is just like personal opinion, but I don't really like a messy tint, because I'm so used to precision tinting now, and obviously creating a shape from my from my tint. When I see someone doing a messy tint, that gives me a little bit of the ick because I'm like, where are you going with that?
Yeah, I feel you.
Does that make
Like, what's
sense? Like
happening
I
here?
know
Where are we
some,
going?
yeah, like it's not just a little bit messy, it's like all up here, and I'm thinking,
Slapped on.
no, that just hurts my soul a little
That
bit
is like a
inside.
technique though, isn't it?
It,
Like
they'll
that's
wax
like,
around and they
yeah, so
remove it all.
they put it like slap it on and then they use like a strip wax because strip wax lifts it
It will
to
clean
a
it off.
degree,
Yeah.
lifts it off the skin. So I feel like I'd need to be like, I need a guinea pig and you are a proper guinea pig. I don't know.
I've tried it, but
Does it
you just
work?
don't get a clean
How do the Russians do it?
overall.
How do the
Like,
Russians do
oh,
it?
I ask that
Yeah,
question daily.
exactly. And I tried it as well, and I feel like it just leaves little marks on the
Little
skin
tiny. It's not
Yeah,
of like
it's
clean.
not clean.
excess dye,
Maybe
just
it's
a
the wax they
tiny
use
bit.
or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the Russians' work?
I love it.
Oh, aren't they next level?
Maybe
Literally,
we should all
we
go to
need to
Russia.
but we also just need someone to then translate for us.
We need a Russian
Yeah.
there.
Their work is insane.
No,
I'm like,
honestly, their work is insane, and I look at it and I think, how?
how? Like, do we need to start sitting all our clients up and just doing it front on? Is that the key?
Literally,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
And
I
the
follow
worst
so
thing as
many
well,
Russian accounts.
I sit there, do you know, sometimes they can be laying down and you think, oh my God, these eyebrows are
I've crushed them.
unreal, like,
Perfect, yeah.
and then they sit up and then it's
Wonk.
just a bit,
You're like, how? What just
and then
Where
changed?
did we fuck up? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Mhm.
then you don't see the Russians do that. So it does make you think, how are you doing these eyebrows?
Yeah, I know.
Because they just look so perfect.
Flawless.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to figure it out. If one of
Yeah.
us figure it out first,
We need to keep this group
Keep
chat
it in a
going
loop.
that we've got, and if we all start doing it together, we might be able to get to the Russian level.
keep up. Now, G, what is
That's
one thing in
the ultimate goal.
the brow community you think people don't know about you? What's one thing that we should all know?
Or
About
that you want to share.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what? That was the one question I was a bit, because I feel like I'm literally me on my Instagram. I don't hide anything. I'm just very open about everything. What do you mean in terms of
Like something really
like
random that we
work?
probably wouldn't know. Personal life.
Yeah. Like you have like
Do you
6
have
toes or
dogs?
something.
6 dogs or toes.
God, I'm trying to think.
What does your weeks look like when you're not working?
Yeah, what do you do like when you
Tell something random that we wouldn't know.
Honestly, my life is just boring. I'm trying to sit there and think, what do I do out of work apart from literally eat and sleep?
eat and sleep?
Do you have a partner?
Yes. So
You
I've been
do?
with him for 8 years.
Stop. We had no idea. See, stuff
Did
like
you
that.
just say 8
We had
years?
no idea. Like, that's something. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone on the Insta knew. Tell us.
Are you engaged?
No.
Do you want to be?
He's literally no, yeah, of course. I think like I've got this like picture of everything being like perfect. I want us to have our own house and stuff like that. I feel like it's a very big step. I feel like a lot of people are doing it nowadays just to do it. And I
Yeah.
think for me it's a big thing. It's like a commitment. And I
Yeah.
feel like you need to be in the right place. I don't want a ring just to have a ring.
100%.
How did you guys meet? And what's his name?
So, whenever I say this, everyone's always like, "What?" And well, you know what it is? Yeah, you probably will. Do you know Tinder?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We know Tinder.
Yeah, we met on Tinder, and it was the first time I went on it, and then yeah, swiped right, and that's how the story goes.
Oh my god, I love that. So
Love
what's
that.
his name?
His name is Ollie. He's 26.
Cute.
Okay.
And he's 27 next month. I want to say, everyone always says, what's he do as a job? And I don't know what it's called. It's like a car sales executive or something like that.
Gotcha.
Everyone always asks me, and I'm a bit like, yeah, he just does cars, and they're like, okay.
Okay.
She
So,
has no idea what her boyfriend does.
Love that. And you
but
have
no,
no children, do you?
he's honestly like he's literally my biggest fan. I love him so
Oh,
much. He
That's
always
like cool.
like pushes me to do things. Like bless his heart, me coming on this, he's made me all my coffees. He's come
oh,
up, set the light up, and he's like, "Do you need anything else?" And then I started freaking out, obviously on the phone because I was like, "I can't do it on my phone." He's like, "It's all right, I'll get the laptop out. I'll sort it
Oh
for
my
you." So
god.
yeah, he
is he
is.
Okay.
around? He can come pop his head in. Say
Yeah,
hiya.
say hi, Ollie.
No, he's in his dressing gown. He's not. He
He's in
knows
his
not to
dressing gown.
embarrass me right now.
Does Ollie have a brother? I'd love an English boyfriend.
Helena wants to join the family.
He actually. I don't know if it. I mean, I've got a brother, but
Oh,
he
sweet.
is. How old is he?
Sisters.
How old is my brother? Why do he's 20. No, he's going to be 24, so he's 23. Yeah, he is about your
That's
age.
fine.
Yeah.
I could go a year younger. That's fine.
We'll all have
To
English
live over there, I
boyfriends.
would love that. I literally the one time I was in Europe, like I was in London, and I literally was like, I need to marry someone here so that this can be my life. Like I loved London so much.
When's the last time you came to London?
So I was overseas in 2017. I came over and I did like a Kentucky. And then when my
That just sounds
Kentucky,
so crazy to me right
right?
now. I'm like, you went overseas?
Yeah. When
You
my
traveled?
Kentucky finished, we were in we stayed in London, but we were like a tube ride. We were like 20 minutes away from like the city. So, and I
Mm.
remember looking at the tube thinking, what the heck is this? It is like there's so many lines, Shay. Like it's so
Crazy.
confusing. And like being an Australian that I don't think I've caught a train here like twice in my life.
Literally same. A bus? I'm like, what's that?
Yeah, literally though.
When do we
But
go on
like a
them?
tube, the tube is like, do you catch the tube?
Yeah, when you went on the tube station and you went on the escalator, did you stand on the right side or the left side?
It was the wrong side that I stood on, that's for sure.
What? How do you even know that?
So basically, when you're in the tube station and you're on the escalator, you have to stand to a certain side because there's one side where people stand and it just carries on going up, and there's one side where people are rushing and they'll run up it. And if you stand on the side where someone's running up it, you get barged out the way. Like
Yeah,
it's
that
serious.
happened
Them
to me.
tube stations
What?
are
No, it's
serious.
serious. Because I had my suitcase and I was on the fast lane and I wasn't going quick
You
with
weren't going
my
fast.
suitcase.
What?
That's crazy. So I'm like this
Honestly,
little Australian girl with a backpack and a big fat suitcase trying to get up these stairs. And I'm like, surely someone's going to
Someone
help
help
me.
me.
Like in Australia, like one nice person might stop and help you. Very rare, but it
They're
might
like, fucking
happen.
fend for yourself,
But
mate.
nah,
everyone's
man, it was
always
like
rushing in
people on the
London. That's the
phone.
problem.
Yeah, it's literally like it was rushed, like, and it was like a movie because there was like phones and like briefcases and like women with on like yeah, it was. I was like,
Oh my
oh my god, I'm
gosh.
going to have to leave my suitcase here and run.
Oh my
Like,
god, that's
Even
crazy.
yeah,
sometimes
it's
I have a
Oh,
mental breakdown when I go there. There's so many lines. You have to check which line you're going on to go to certain
yeah,
places, and it is intense.
yeah.
insane.
That's the one thing I remember being in the UK. I was like, this tube thing is scary.
I'm just gonna hold on to my boyfriend and be like,
Mm-hmm.
where we go?
Yeah, literally. But no, I loved it. I loved the weather.
That's
Like I
crazy.
really like
Oh, I can't wait. I've
I
never
love the
been, but I'm
UK
so
weather.
excited.
Like I love
The
sunshine,
weather,
but like yeah, everyone says that. But like I love the weather and I love how it gets cold and like the houses are so pretty and your voices.
it's
Okay,
literally
voices.
freezing here 24/7. Our summer is like 3 days of 22-degree heat, and the rest of it is rain. I'm not
See,
even
like
joking
I
you.
love
This is
that.
why
Oh
we're so
no.
pale all the time, because
I'll fit in great then.
So,
I have got a
G,
bit of fake tan on now, but usually I'm basically the colour of this wall.
I love that. Gee, a few weeks ago, your voice must have come up in a video somewhere, and I literally looked to my partner Dom, and I'm like, "Where is she from?" And he literally was like, "Oh, she's just outside of London." Just from your
Yeah.
accent, right? And that's probably like one of my favorite games to play with him. I'll pull up like an English accent and I'm like, where are they from? And he's like, oh, I think they're like north, maybe like more out near York, or, you know, he says something and he's like, no, they're south, or they're Birmingham. And I'm like, how the hell do you know? And it's just like a 45-minute drive from one place or to another. And everyone's
Yeah.
accent changes. And it's so insane that you all just
Yeah.
know accents. But in Australia, it's like, oh, you're just from Australia.
Yeah, we're bogan.
Yeah. There's no like, oh, you're from North, or you're from WA, or whatever.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's so funny.
It's
But I love
literally
it.
crazy. There are so many different accents. Like 15 minutes up the road from me have a place called Corby, and they sound like they're from Scotland. Literally 15 minutes up
That's
the road.
crazy.
And then you've got like Birmingham accents. You've got
I love Birmingham. They're so funny.
Liverpool. So like Scouse. You've got Geordies, which is Newcastle. Yorkshire.
Why? That's all I know.
Yorkshire is like proper farmer to me.
That's Dom sounds like a farmer. When I hear like your
Yeah.
accent and then his, I'm like, God, there's such a big difference. You sound, and this might just be a stereotype. You sound very like posh, but it's like a very chill posh, and just
Yeah, I
like
feel
really
that.
mellow.
Yeah.
But then
My
I can
mum
hear the
was,
really like.
I'm going to make my mum listen to this because I'm going to say someone's called me posh. She always says to me, what's the word that she says to me? I'm trying to think. Common. She says, you're common as muck. That's what she says to me.
But like
Honestly.
Dom, he'll hear that someone's from near London, and he's like, oh, like they're rich and they're posh. Like that's just the stereotype he grew up with.
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
instantly think, okay, if you're near London, you're rich as fuck and you're just super posh. That's
I
all I
love
know.
that.
You've got
I'm like, that's
like,
my stereotype.
you've got like Essex, which is like, I want to say, I can't think. Yeah, it's like Essex. So I don't know if you've heard of like Towie and stuff like that. And then you've got like your posh Londoners, and then you've got like your proper like Londoners, like Ollie's granddad's like proper like that. Do you know what I mean? That's I
Yeah.
love that accent. That's my favourite accent. Like when he says my name, he's like
that.
Georgia.
Oh my god. Okay, so when we come to the UK, I need to meet Ollie's granddad. That's all I want to do. It's happening.
I love that.
He's got some of the best stories. Honestly, you could sit there and talk to him all day. It's great.
Oh my god, done.
Amazing.
I'm going to see Ollie's granddad.
Oh my god,
Sorry,
as
Gia,
well.
you're
We
out.
should, we should
Ollie-
maybe see
Ollie
if we
Grandad.
can go to a West Ham football match. I mean, why
Where's
not?
that?
Soccer.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
Who do you go for?
soccer.
Who's your
Is
team?
that what you call it?
Oh my god, is that not is that
Soccer. Do you guys call it
It's
football?
football. Honestly, if Ollie's
It's
granddad heard you say
soccer.
that,
It's
he'd be
soccer.
like, it's football.
Oh god, okay, it's football when we go over there. Don't say
We play
soccer.
a game of soccer.
You wanna play a game of soccer with me?
You got the round ball and you kick it. It's
Yeah,
soccer.
literally. Football is like a triangle
Yeah.
here. Footy,
Triangle.
not a triangle.
Oh, that's AFL.
That's AFL.
All over the place. I love it.
If what would you say would be two things that any Australian should do in the UK?
Oh, what, when they come to visit?
Yeah.
On holidays.
I love, like, even for myself living here, I love doing, like, every now and again, doing touristy bits down London and just going on even, like, the little, like, carts when the person's on the bike sitting in the back and just, like, meals and markets and going to see Buckingham Palace and everything like that. That's what I love, just doing touristy bits. Even sitting on the double-decker buses, the open tops.
Oh,
I'm a sucker
yeah.
for
Just the
that.
red
I still
bus.
love
Oh my
it.
god, I want to get to the UK. What do you reckon is the best time of year to come over?
Definitely the summer. If you come in like January to sort of, I want to say April, May, but then it's May now and it's currently raining outside. Absolute shock. But I'd probably say if you come in like June, July, it'll be like nice and warm. It'll probably be freezing to you,
Warm.
but it'll be nice and warm for me.
Nice and warm.
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, should we
And we
like
could do
book our
like
flights
cute
for
little
next month?
picnics. Oh my god, this could be great.
It's gonna be great. Well, I'm coming. I'm gonna be there.
I love it. I can't wait.
We've got to arrange it then, and then we'll stay like we'll get like there's a hotel in London, and it's like one big room, and it's like a massive sleepover thing. So you get like loads of double beds in it. It's so cute.
I'm gonna love that.
I love.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Well done. But definitely we've already said next year we're going to the UK.
Mhm.
So we'll definitely let you know when we're coming over, because between you and Dom, we'll be fine.
We'll have two
Yeah.
great tour guides.
These 2 Australian brow artists will have the best time of their life.
I'll
Local
bring
tour
Ollie as
guide.
well, so you can actually meet Ollie.
And Ollie's granddad.
And your brother for
Oh, it's
Helena.
Oh yeah, and your brother. Don't forget your brother for
You're just
me.
getting set up. Yeah.
I'm your new
Have you ever
sister-in-law.
had when you came to London? Did you have pie and mash?
No.
I had that the other day. I got served that the other day at Dom's family. Like pie and like mushy peas.
Yes. Well, so it's usually called pie mash and liquor. So it's like pie mash and then parsley sauce, but you call it pie mash and
Oh.
liquor.
Oh my
What?
God, I didn't know.
I didn't have that then. I thought they said pie and mash the other day, and I was like, I got a pie and mushy peas,
Yum.
and I was like, thanks for the mushy peas.
Yeah.
They loved it though.
No,
the
I'm not
one
a fan
thing
of
that-
mushy peas.
Yeah, either.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
not
like
either.
mushy
I was
peas.
just being polite.
Sorry, Dom's
Yum.
mum. No, the one thing that I remember from overseas, this was I think it was in Amsterdam actually, but we were pissed as nits on a night out, and we were leaving the clubs, and I got in like a cone thing, all these chips with tomato sauce and like mayonnaise, like mayo, like Coopy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. But I never had mayonnaise on chips with tomato sauce and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember
Random food things.
Yeah, I just remember thinking that's amazing. I mean, I don't know if it was because I had a pot brownie, but it was pretty good.
No, really.
Oh,
Like when we was having a conversation as well about all the different things that you guys have to what we have and you haven't tried and I haven't tried. I think it's crazy
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, we'll
Like, what's one of
bring
your
it for a
dishes
care
that
package.
you don't think that I would have tried?
I just went to the typical like pavlova.
Surely
Have
you've
you had
pavlova
pavlova before? It's like the meringue
What
and
is
fruit
that?
and cream. Like like it's like egg wax and sugar, and it's cooked, so it's like a crispy like meringue, and then you have like freshly whipped cream and like a crap load of
like
berries.
Yeah, berries, grapes,
So
passion
that's
fruit.
called eat a mess.
Eat a met what?
Oh, that's actually a thing in the UK.
Yeah, it's
Eat a
called
mess.
eat on mess, like eat a mess.
Okay, so you've had that. I feel like that's just the Australian
Yeah,
thing. I
so
go
it's
to straight
like
away.
it's meringue and then berries and like whipped cream.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a pavlova.
Yeah. Or I know you guys don't have Tim Tams, but like Tim Tams are like probably one of my favorite
No
things.
Tim Tams in
What
the
is
Do you
UK.
guys have Tim Tams,
that?
or is that?
No Tim Tams.
Oh, I fucking love Tim Tams.
What is a Tim Tam?
They're like
Tim's.
they're just like these delicious like little chocolate biscuits, but there's like a crap ton of flavors. They're amazing.
That is bizarre.
They're really
oh my
good
God,
with,
we're
like, a
gonna need
coffee or
an
a tea.
extra bag
Yeah.
to take over all this food.
Anything like Vegemite crackers,
Yeah,
biscuits.
I love the Vegemite shakes.
There's some good
What's
stuff.
that?
Vegemite.
We're like, what?
Your face.
Oh my God.
Vegemite, what?
We're gonna have to bring like a care package of just our favorite foods.
Yeah.
So what is that? Is that
Yeah.
like Marmite to me then?
Yeah, a little bit different though. It's a bit different than Marmite.
Marmite's not as. Is it Marmite real buttery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegemite's got
No,
a bit more of a
Marmite's like
savouriness
brown
to it.
and gloopy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very similar. But I don't know if you guys make like Marmite crackers and
Cheese.
chips and cheese,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of like Vegemite flavored things.
Vegemite is like something that I tasted to see if I still had taste from COVID. Like to see if my
You know
taste
if
buds
you've got
still
it.
work. You know, like if you're sick and you can't taste Vegemite, something's not right.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll bring it.
Ooh.
You'll like it. Trust me.
We'll give you a
Yeah,
taste.
we'll bring it over. All right, so much to look forward to. I think we've only got one more. Oh yeah, one question I really wanted to know. What are your 3 must-have brow products?
Okay, so I'd probably say I'm really, really loving that inlay brow lamination at the moment. I
Yeah,
don't know what it's like with clients coming back yet because I haven't used it. I think this week will be like people coming back for maintenance.
Test a
So
yeah,
fingers crossed. And in a second, you guys will have to tell me how you've got on with that. I'd
definitely.
say Defo brow coating. I'm
Mm.
sorry, but I do love it. It is
week.
my
I'm a brow
favourite.
code gal too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you just can't get a tint stain like it. I do quite like the tatty tints as well though, so
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
I
But
haven't
brow
tried
I
coats
haven't
them.
seen
still.
them
Yeah, we
much.
can't.
We don't have them in
I don't
Australia.
think we can get them in Australia.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
I think Bella Beauty messaged me and asked me to do like
They're
swatches,
sorting
so I will do
it.
that as well, so I can trial them. But
Yeah.
yeah, my other one would be Saint and Serenity, the brow buffer.
That is good. I do like that one.
So good, so good. I like the restore, but I feel like I'm used to what I'm used to. So like I'll use Olaplex and stuff like that. Whereas the brow buffer, I feel like there isn't really anything I like more than that.
Interesting. So you use that product at your maintenance appointments?
Yeah, so I'll use the brow buffer before I tint on like a normal brow
Like a
just to like
cleanser.
exfoliate and get all the dead skin off because there is nothing worse when you tint a brow and you wipe it away and it's all patchy. It
Yeah.
just makes me want to be
Hmm.
sick. So
Yeah.
I'll use that and then tint, but obviously you can't use an exfoliator before lamination, so I don't bother
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, lamy maintenance, get all that dead skin
The
out.
restore. Yeah, love.
How are you finding the Saint and Serenity? Because obviously it's quite new to you guys still, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I had it sent to me a couple of months ago before it got to Bella, and I liked it, but I feel like I didn't quite understand it like enough to incorporate it more into my services.
Mhm.
And anyways, and kept seeing it more on Instagram, and like I got more into it. So I really like the foaming cleanser because I love a good
The
foam
brow
cleanser.
rinse.
Yeah, yeah, the brow rinse. And then I've only like maybe in the last 4 months introduced like maintenance appointments. So I've
Mhm.
only been using it for maybe like 3-4 months now. But I do really like it, and I've had clients say like I feel like you can see the shine on the brow after you actually use the Restore product. So I do
Mhm.
really like it, but I don't really get a lot of maintenance appointments, to be honest with you. I like give my clients aftercare to use between their
Mm.
appointments. So like I just try and like let them push their lammies out more. So
I
but no, I
always
do like
give
it.
lamy maintenance appointments because one, you can assess sort of how they're looking after their brows because they come back in 4 weeks and their brows are all over the place. I'm sorry, honey, but that is not my fault. That is yours. You need to sort out your aftercare, and I will tell them off. And
Right, love
it's a
it.
little bit of money because when they're going like every 8 to 10 weeks, that is a long time. And I need
Yeah.
a little bit more money in my pocket. So come and get your brows exfoliated, tinted, and waxed. It will sort them right
Yeah.
out. That's what I say. Refresh.
I
I'll
love
sort
that.
you right out. I love it. I love it.
That's so
I
No,
nice.
just
that's
feel
good
like
advice. That's really good
it's so
advice.
beneficial. Like I always say to my clients after I've done their lamination, come back in like 4 or 5 weeks time. I literally say we'll do an exfoliate. I'll do a conditioning treatment. So that's like an Olaplex treatment, and then a tint and wax. And I charge £30 for that. And it's a half an hour treatment. Obviously, I don't know. I think you charge a lot more, but
I
you're
think £30 is like half of us. So 30 is really $60 to us,
Yeah.
roughly. So pretty on
yeah.
par.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll charge that. And then I know that their brows are healthy then because some people will turn around and be like, yeah, I've listened to my aftercare, and you're looking at their brows, one's like going over here, one's and you're like,
No,
who you lying
you're
to?
a liar.
Yeah,
Because it ain't
literally.
me.
Yeah. And I'm sick of it. So when they come in for their maintenance, I'm like, you are doing this wrong. You need to do this. You need to do that. And they'll
Sort
do
it out.
it. I can't be bothered for the 8 weeks when they come back and I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's just not good enough. I just can't be bothered with the stress of that.
I'd
True.
love to know if you have or not yet tried the new brow code stain, the hybrid stain one.
I haven't. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Is
Mhm.
it a lot different to the tint itself? Do you feel like it works better? There's more like of a colour range. That is the one thing I'd say about brow code. There isn't much of a colour range. I'd love a bit more colour
That's
range.
Shay's biggest thing, yeah.
There's no color range
I
there.
think like
There's just
I
none.
am honestly, I still am using my like the tint more.
Mhm.
The color range, yes and no. I feel like there's some really warm colors and then there's some really dark colors. So like it's
No in between.
yeah, like it's very similar to
Mm.
the tint, but like when I say warm, like I did Emily's brows that time and I sent it to you and I was like, look at this. Like it like they're warm, like they're not the slightest bit dark, like they look great. But then like literally a shade darker was like Shay's hair.
Black.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I did a
it's
few polls and
yeah.
That is one thing that I will
personally prefer
say with
either.
that. It's so with the brow coat tint. Obviously, I haven't tried the stain, but with the tint, it's the light brown is too light,
Dark.
but then
Oh
if
yeah.
you add either a little bit of the
Mix.
natural brown, which
Yeah.
I have to just say, I love brow code. That is not natural brown. That is dark brown. Why is it natural? There is nothing natural
That's
about
been my
it.
biggest pet hate about it. There is no
Yeah, it's
diversity.
yeah.
And I see so many
Yeah.
different shades of colors in the eyebrows that I get that brow code just doesn't.
I feel like as
come
well
to
with brow
stand.
coat, it's your timing. Like I'll literally leave the fronts on sometimes for a minute. Not
Cool.
even sometimes not even a minute. Like
I'm 30
like it
seconds.
depends on yeah.
I'm literally put it
Literally.
on, take it off. That is me and my
It
cough, and
doesn't
I'm like,
stop
Get it all.
literally.
Literally, yeah.
What
No, there you
tints do
go. That's
you
insane. But yeah,
recommend then, apart from brow code? Like, what are your loves? What are your hates? Like, tell me.
I'm a Thoya.
she's a
Toya, however you want to say it.
Toya gal.
I
I call it
love it
Thuya.
going on white.
Oh my god,
Thuya,
I don't even know.
we say it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I get people message me every day.
Yeah.
But I say Thoya because that just rolls off the tongue for me. But I'm a fan of them by far, purely like color range,
Yeah.
and it's long lasting. It's beautiful on the hair. It's not a skin stainer,
No.
but that's when I use Bronson for hybrid tint for the skin stain.
Okay. I can't get on with
What
the
about you?
Bronson. I just don't know what it is.
Not for you.
I put
No.
it on. I put it on and then I wiped it off and it was yellow. And I'm looking at this lady and I'm thinking, you've got yellow eyebrows. And I
Do
don't
you
know what I
mix a few
did.
colors,
And then I tried to
or
cover
you
it
just do
up
one?
and it just went like a greeny yellow. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And yeah, ever
I've
since
never
that, I was
understood the
scared.
green tones.
No graphite.
I've okay.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
use
what-
graphite,
What, in what?
Bronson? In Bronson, do you use the
No,
graphite, the grey?
Like mixed in?
Oh, you need to mix.
I
If
literally,
you're
I
not mixing
didn't, I just
graphite,
did my first go. I think I did like a dark brown and I put it on her hairs. I left it for 15 minutes and then I wiped off and I was like,
I will never just use one color. I normally
Yeah.
mix 2 or 3 for sure,
Yeah.
because otherwise you do get those undertones. So graphite for sure.
that's where I'll be going wrong then.
Yeah, mix them up for sure.
There you go. A hot tip coming out.
I do really like the Nick Mole though, I'm not going to lie. And that Elan one, I know there obviously isn't a lot of colours, but if it's a dark brown, that Elan one's so nice. I love that.
Stunning. I'm loving their lamination right now.
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Loving Elan Lamy.
Wait, what's when what? When did this come about?
It's
been out for ages. I've only recently started playing with it.
Yeah.
But I'm using that over, sorry, let me not get this confused. I'm using Elan over in Lee.
Yeah.
Right.
I've moved on.
So what do you like about Elan more than in Inley, we'll just call it that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started using Inley probably about 3-4 months ago, just trialing
Yeah.
it. It was really great, and then I started encouraging people to try it as well. And then I was having so many messages being like, "Are you finding the brows are coming back dry?" And I probably found on maybe one or two. I was like, "Oh, maybe I went a slight bit over on that over processing."
Yeah.
But then I started getting concerned that a lot of other brow artists were just using it off from my recommendation, and they were having dry results or over processed results. So I was like, "Oh, let me back off that one. I'll try a new one." And I've been using Elan, and I have never had my brows come back so silky. Literally never come back so silky. They're incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
So give it a go. But little secret, and I know this is kind of a bit of a controversial
Oh, you're
thing.
gonna say it.
If you are using it, I would go Elan step 1 and step 2, of course. And then for the oil, I use the May Amy oil because Elan's oil is too runny. So we were having a little chat about this. Like, it's a bit of a controversial sort of mixing products, but we agree that the nourishing oil can be
Yeah.
switched up in products, but I would never go from like May Amy step 1 to
To
then
like
Elan
yeah.
step 2.
That's what
Mhm.
we were saying because yeah, like I just feel like I was literally having this conversation with Shay before, and it's like you would understand as well having a big following on Instagram, like
People come for you.
people do come for you, and when you upload something that's a little bit different, you
Mhm.
literally make yourself so vulnerable as a business owner. And like the Karens that can get on there and
Mhm.
throw shit comments at you. Like I was saying to Shay, I was like, I know people's mindset is like, oh, you know, she has like 20 odd thousand followers. She's not going to see this one comment that I make. And it's like, no, that's the probably one comment that we would recognize. Like,
Mhm.
it's really hard. Like I literally said today, I have a reel that I've made that I've held on to it for nearly like 5 days now because I haven't uploaded it yet. Because I'm like, you know, I don't know if I've done the process of it correctly because it's still a new product and stuff like that. So it's just, yeah, I feel like very controversial with switching it up with step 3 in the brow lamination, but I do
Mhm.
it. Shay does
I
it.
do love
Like,
the May Amy. And
yeah,
saying about the
Yeah.
product trials, so there was one product that I tried. It's called Lash Glow.
Oh, yes.
heard of
Yes,
that.
I've
Yeah.
had Lash Glow.
Okay, so I I feel awful saying this, but I have to say it because I'm just honest and I can't help it. So I got their product sent to me and the packaging. Wow, can I just
How
say,
incredible is the
love it.
packaging? Yes, it's incredible.
But
When they send it to you, it's incredible.
Wow.
That's the one where they will put your name with like in the
Oh, I was like, are you doing a
holographic.
collab?
No,
wow,
it's
it
beautiful. It's insane.
unreal
But they're
packaging,
Lummy.
like
Are you gonna say they're Lummy
wow.
products?
No, where the fuck's my
But
package?
I used their brow lamination, and when I did the brow, I lifted it in just under 3 minutes, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Whoa,
it's too
okay, like
fast. It's
Whoa.
too
this is
fast.
strong."
Yeah.
Whoa.
And oh my god, obviously I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe." When I laid them flat, they were so silky and so smooth, and I thought, "Oh my god, this could actually be a really good product." And so I put it out there, and I was like, "Guys, I've used this today. Like, this is the results. Blah blah blah." Anyway, my client messaged me 4 days later and
Oh
her eyebrows
no.
had all fell out. And this was probably one of the worst things I've been through in my career because I lost sleep over it. I couldn't sleep for I think it's about 2 weeks I lost sleep for. I was just
Her eyebrow
worrying.
hairs fell
Like
out.
honestly, it was like she took a razor to her face and shaved her brow off. Like they just
Shut
went.
up.
And I went to this company and I said, look, I've told all my followers about this. I'm not going to put everything everywhere and be like, don't use this, blah, blah, blah. But I
Mm,
don't know what to do. What's in this product that's done this? I've done brow lamination for so long. Nothing like this has ever
Wow.
happened. I don't really know what to do. And she was like, it's not our product, it's you. So it was my fault,
oh.
apparently. Now,
Oh.
I didn't really have a leg to stand on. I kind of took it and I thought, do you know what? Fine. I know it's not my fault, but fine. I rang my friend who was using it because I said it was okay and it was a good product. And I said to her, stop using it. It's probably
Oh
the worst
no.
product I've ever used. And
Wow.
she had exactly the same thing happen to her. and I seen that you got a package sent to you, and I messaged you, and I was a bit like,
So
Careful.
they sent a package to me with their lamination probably about a year and a half ago. And I don't like fast acting laminations because they process too quickly. So I tried it
Gosh,
once.
honestly, yeah.
I tried it on myself and I tried to go as like as short as possible. And my brows, like I don't have thin brows, but if they had been thinner, they would have fallen out as well.
Shut the fuck
So
up.
I can also see where you're coming from because it processed way too quickly. So their product has literally sat in my cupboard for about a good nearly year and a half, 2 years now. I've never
Wow.
used it again, but I love their brow foam. There's something about their brow
mhm.
foam that I love that they will send me. So that's all I ever do use from them, and I would encourage to use. But I totally understand what you're saying with the lamination.
I want some brow foam.
It's scary though when you have
Yeah, it's
people coming
honestly,
back,
it was
That
and then
awful. It
message,
actually,
the
was literally
message.
awful. Like I
mm,
sobbed. I was like, I can't believe I have done this to somebody's brows. Like it broke
Mm,
my
I
heart.
get it though. Like it's
mm.
hard. Yeah.
So this is what scared me about Inley the other day when people were coming back and saying, "Hey, are you finding that they're coming back dry or being over processed?" People had sent me photos where it was maybe 4 or 6 weeks after using it, and hairs, like new hairs, were coming through, and that's because they had fallen out. And it happened a few too many times that they'd said come from Inley that I freaked out, and I was like, okay, I personally haven't had this, but people are just not being careful enough with their timing that it's so easy
Yeah,
to
I
over
was gonna
process.
say that is an
And
important
yeah,
thing. But a lot of people
yeah,
say to me, they'll message me and they'll be like, "Do you use cling film with it?" And I'm like, "No." But they're using
no,
cling film, so they're obviously speeding the
yeah,
process up. And as well, I feel like because it's such a thick product, when you lay it on the hairs, it almost acts as a
hmm,
weight, so it pushes it down anyway. So you need
yeah,
to know what you're looking for and how the hairs need to look, because if
yeah.
not, you are over processing them babies. Like they're going.
But it's
It's
scary
so
when
easy to do
we
that.
know that, but if someone doesn't,
Yeah, like if you're
and then they
starting out in
chuck
the
it on,
industry and you don't know how to like read a brow and stuff like that, like yeah, you could easily. Oh my
There
god, I
was
could
no
go on for ages
instructions on the
about that.
boxes.
But
No instructions.
there's
I'm
none.
sitting there
I had a
thinking,
company. I don't remember what the
Oh my
company
god, that
was
company that sent you,
sent me,
yes,
and they
but
literally
that
it
was a
was
Alibaba
yeah, it was
product
literally
slapped
just like
on.
it literally was like 1, 2, 3, and I
was
was
that the
like, I literally
syringes?
messaged them.
No, but I,
No,
I know the syringe. Like, there's packaging where you can like it's the white little tubey ones,
yeah,
the
you know who
barrels,
it is.
and then there's
Like it's from
syringes that
Alibaba.
are from Alibaba. Products put their name on it, and they are terrible.
Yeah.
They are
But like
terrible.
literally, I said to Shay, I was like, dude, I've just been sent this lamination. Like they were lovely online, but I was like, there's no
It's
instructions. Like
shit. Yeah.
there's nothing to tell you like
Yeah,
the times and stuff like that. And like
yeah,
that blows my mind that you can actually like legally send out a chemical with
With no
no
products, no
instructions.
instructions.
Like
yeah,
nothing on the box, nothing on the bottles. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
yeah.
was my feedback to them. I was like, you guys
I
really
had
need
to
to sort
search
like that.
online, and it took me a good while to find the instructions for it. Because obviously, I know you put it up, but I thought I just want to double check. Like, do I need to
Be
use
safe.
cling film on the second bit? It didn't say anything,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and then the thing that it got me was they said for fine hair up to seven, like it was 6 to 7 minutes. Well, I was lifting fine hair within 4, and I was like, should I
Two
leave this on?
within
Shouldn't I
even
leave this
two.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like it's just a learning curve. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's when the vulnerability comes out that I'm talking about on social media because
Do you
people
post it? Do you
then
share it?
rely on
Yeah.
you to then say, well, G said use it for 2 minutes and
But you
that's
said
it.
this. Like,
Yeah.
who am I meant to
But
go
Shay
with?
said leave it for 6 minutes. And it's like, whoa, man. Like that's when I'm talking like the vulnerability and like brands almost sometimes do need to pick up their game
Yeah.
where like, you know, we're just the brow artists using it, trying it out, giving you honest feedback. But
Yeah,
it's like, bro, we're not like the people that come
We
up with
didn't
the
made it.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we didn't make it. We're just using it as like you are kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
so yeah, that's like the vulnerability side of things that I've really been feeling lately.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. But when
Yeah.
people, like you said, people, if you've said, I recommend this product and people use it, they have a shit time with it, they're going to come back and blame you. But it's like,
Yeah.
we aren't to blame here.
Yeah.
But people
Yeah,
do hold you
it's
to
so
a level of
Accountable.
hard.
Yeah.
accountability. Yeah. So it's nice to know that we're all kind of feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think so, I think it makes us all a bit more wary of what products we're reviewing and then also sharing. Like you've
Absolutely.
seen me shut up about Inley for a while now because there was a few too many. And I was like, oh, I don't want this to come back on me. So I'm just going to stop
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done.
I definitely want to try that Elan one though. That
Do
sounds.
please let me know your thoughts.
Yeah.
I did my own brows probably about 2-3 weeks ago with it, and they literally are still silky smooth.
Amazing.
So silky smooth.
Amazing. So that was 1,
Love
2
that.
of them, and then step 3 Miami.
And then step 3 Miami, yeah. And I'm so lazy with my own brows, and they are still amazing. I'm like, okay, hello,
So
Elon.
good.
I love it. Yeah, so give them a go. Let us know your thoughts.
Miami, don't you?
Oh, I go between like 4 different brands.
Yeah. It's yeah, I'm feeling like, so I'm about to release my class on the one that I like using the most. And then, but like I said to Shay, I was like, I like stepping out of my like comfort zone.
Trying something
Like
else.
with me, yeah, like using the like in Lenny was like the first new lamination solution I've used in about a year. So I was like, okay, all right, like give it a crack. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try the Elan one, and I'll give the Bronson another go. I have been a
Mix
bit
your
horrible
colours,
about it, but it's obviously I just didn't know how to use it, so my bad, everyone.
Mix your colours.
Send me a message if you need help. I'll be like, this is my brow. What do? I'll send you some products.
Wow, literally
Love
said
that.
my black is yellow again. Help.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, our editor is probably going to be like, hello, cut
Literally.
down. So I think we're going to have to end this call here, but I feel like we could have done like another hour just talking about products.
And it would be 2:00 in the morning there for you.
We'll let you go to sleep.
We just want to say again, G, thank you so much for taking the time, like with the time difference and stuff, to jump on with us.
Thank you so much.
It has been so great, and what an honor to have you as our first international guest speaker.
Oh no, thank you for having me. And you know what? It doesn't even feel like 2:00 anymore. I feel like I'm awake now.
She's awake.
I love it.
Next time we will sort out our time differences.
Definitely. We'll get better with that. But the next time
in the morning for you two, and then it'll be
switch. We'll have to talk to Kirsten about that.
Yeah, we'll have to see if she can let us in here at 1. She's sitting in front of us now like not a fucking chance. But no, next time we are on this type of call with you, we will have a date that we are coming over to the UK.
I will hold you to that, both of you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely we will. We're going to do it so that we can get over there.
Well, thank you so much. We're gonna be sharing some more product stuff, I reckon, next time.
Yeah, definitely. Won't be our last podcast with you.
Amazing.
Well, have a great sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep.
We'll chat to you
We'll
have a great day.
All right.
I'll have a great
sleep.
sleep.
Lovely.
Bye.
Bye.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Bella Beauty and Buff Brows. Bella Beauty, you guys know them. They're our one-stop shop for all our brow needs. They have a discount code for us. We are going to flash it up on the screen now. They are forever adding. If you have something that you need, send them a message. They'll probably get it in stock.